All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to our wonderful Thursday meetings. I just have a couple quick things to go over. And then Thair's going to be helpful and go over one of our style guide presentations, just about how our new formatting of local calendars and TV radio should be within sports scoreboards. So let me run through a couple things and then I'll send it over to him. I'm going to share my screen for just a quick second here. All right, we had an issue with the copy desk kerning headlines a lot. I've noticed this on a couple different pages. Sometimes they come from the design side, and sometimes they come from the copy desk. So we're just going to kind of go over just for a second that we don't want headlines to be kerned. You can see that this one's at -30, so that's definitely too much. We can live with -5 if for some reason you think it looks better. Sometimes in the centerpiece ones, when we have the bigger letters, they get farther apart and we need to kern them as far as design. That stuff's okay. But just as a general rule, we really don't want them to look like this, where in my opinion, they're clearly crunched. Anybody can kind of look at this and see it, even with an untrained eye. So just make sure that, at least from our side, and we'll go over this with the copy desk also, that we're not kerning headlines, especially not kerning headlines very much like you see here. One thing about this headline also is that it doesn't meet our +3 in kerning. So make sure that the kerning is +3. So if your text is 30 points, we want the leading, to be 33 points and so on like that. That's kind of the range that we've put in our style guide. So just make sure that we're keeping an eye on those. No kerning of the headlines. When you do adjustment of the size, just do it uniformly so everything's the same. And then once you have the size that you want, then adjust the leading so that it properly meets our style. All right, I'm going to unshare. Just 1 second. We have 2 other quick things to go over. One is that the modulist emails, as far as how many obits or milestones, those are going to go away after Thanksgiving. We have a sheet, a Google Doc, Google kind of like an Excel sheet that says that's based on date of publication, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, etc. And it will say the pub and if it has political letters, if it has milestones. So that's what we're going to go off now. We're all going to look at one sheet. Modulus is going to update that sheet. That's going to be able to be looked at by us and pod members. I can share a link to that sheet when I share out the video of this. One last thing that I have to go over is with holidays always come special sections. So Alicia has said that overtime is available for those special sections. And if you're interested in that, to reach out to her. You can reach out to your hub manager also. But yeah, I have that. We should reach out to Alicia. So
yeah, creative is really backlogged right now, but they've got special sections that need to be done. They are offering overtime to their team to do sections and ads, and so I asked if we could just offer overtime as well to do some of those sections because it's the holidays. Black Friday is next week. I like money. You guys probably all like money. If you want to buy a giant TV when it's on sale, we've got overtime available for those sections, including we've got a magazine this weekend and some other stuff. So just let me know if you are interested and available for that.
Cool. Thair, it's all yours, man, whenever you're ready.
Okay.
We did also put up a poll if you guys want to check at the poll while Thair gets himself set up.
All right. So can everyone hear me?
Yes, sir.
And can you see the sports calendar thing I made?
Yep.
Okay. So I had some technical issues, so I couldn't really present how I wanted. So I just kind of made this little guide up. I'll just go over it quick. So the first part at the top here is basically just kind of where you find the sports calendar on the budget. This is Grand Forks, but usually they have the link with the scoreboard stuff somewhere. Some properties are a little different, but that's where you'll find it. And then this is the script you run, Metro Calendar. The sports Google TV one looks to do the same thing to me. So you shouldn't really need that as far as I can tell. And then I kind of grabbed this from an old page, but this is basically what it should look like. Typically, we want it one column over two centered in a breakout box, kind of like this. Whoever did this, they did it right. And then some properties are kind of different. The form, they'll put it in the bottom left with their digest stuff. I don't know if that's going to change at some point. And Rochester doesn't seem to, from what I've been told, they don't do the breakout at all. So, and some of them are a little different, but if you have any questions, just ask a manager and I'm sure they'll help. And that's really all I got, to be honest.
Yep. No, I think that was a good one. So yeah, Rochester doesn't do it because we're working on a script to make it similar to what runs in the other ones. And then, yep, we haven't really talked about the forum switching yet, but that's really the only different one that runs on the left there. But they always run it in the same side. It's basically the same exact thing, just run on the left instead of run in the scoreboard. So thanks, Dave.
And then I know Brainerd, they have like their scoreboard on like the right two columns a lot of the time. So you just kind of tuck it on the top right, I guess. I
Yep.
don't know.
Yeah, that's right. And then if it's really long or whatever, then I sometimes just kind of put the top so that it doesn't take up so much space.
Yeah, and I've had the calendar be like super long sometimes, so I've had to make it bigger, and so that's just what I had to do. So it does vary, I guess. So, but yeah, short and sweet from me.
Cool. Thank you.
Stop presenting.
All right. I just wanted to add, I don't know, honestly, that if I've notified all of you of this change coming up. So I just want to make sure that we go over it. And that is that after Thanksgiving, the pod is going to take on the rest of the properties that they haven't taken on yet. So Bemidji, Black Duck, and the Duluth group will be taken on the week of November 28th. So the week right after Thanksgiving. The following week, starting December 5th, Brainerd and the PEJ. The pod will take over that. And then the next week, so the week of December 12th, the pod will take over all of the Lakes Group weeklies. So by the end of the week of December 12th, the pod will be doing every single pub except for right now, we still don't have the Wilmer reminder. We're figuring that out. But other than that, I believe we'll have everything. We added 2 new team members to the pod. You may have seen them in Slack, Hannah Shirley and Eden Nielsen. They're already up to speed and doing great. There's still 2 more positions being hired for the pod. I anticipate filling those pretty soon, but we've got a really great plan in place for the pod now that we've got more staffing. And the plan is going to help us get things in sooner than we really ought to be doing for all of you. So it's going to help the workflow be smoother and kind of eliminate a lot of the issues that have been reported with the pod and things getting linked up and that kind of stuff. So I will keep you posted on all of that, but just know that that's the timeline for that, and we're working through that. So I'm going to show you all the results of the poll. I'm actually kind of surprised that it looks like the majority of you actually prefer the homemade cranberry sauce instead of the canned stuff. I don't actually eat cranberry sauce, but I like the look of the canned stuff because I like that there's lines you can cut on, and make it even. Sorry. It's just, I hope you're all watching the cameras so you can see Michael and Emma just laugh at me. I appreciate you all. Thank you. With that, I'm going to end the poll. And I don't have anything else. Michael, Emma?
No, I'm good.
Good. Okay. Well, thank you all for
Thanks,
being
everyone.
here. Any issues and stuff, please let us know. Thanksgiving next week. I think we've got a good plan in place. There's a good plan in place for the pod as well to get everything taken care of. So I'm superstitious. I don't want to say anything really good, but I'm optimistic. We'll go with that. Knock on wood. All right. No meeting next week. So we'll get through all the Thanksgiving week. Enjoy your holidays. Stay safe. Please don't get the COVID. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks, everybody.